What a lovely day here for a nice game of Rocket League. Now, you can hear the engines revving. Our star player, of course, is Dragons5439. That's me. Oh, wow. And the blue team's off to a good start. Looks like Midas gets the first hit. You gotta know your geometry. If you don't know your geometry, you're gonna end up making a fool of yourself going for a bad hit. Now, that was a very nice defense by the ex-mate. Oh, yes. Now, as you notice, not knowing your geometry makes this kind of mistake where the blue cars bounce into each other, but that's okay, because they can reset. It's not like they're giving up anything. That hit by Dragons was absolutely terrible. He's got to watch out for getting into his own goal, and that's the knowing your geometry. Game seemed to have given him an epic save, though, so it looks like he came out on top. Generally speaking, when players set up for offense-defense, one player will take a defensive posture, either towards the back, or they'll start playing upwards if their team is more aggressive. But they will stay out of the fray in case a runaway ball gets involved. Those little orange packs from the ground, sometimes cars get distracted picking those up. They're too busy picking them up in order to play the game. Another good save on the orange team. Yeah, notice how there's 2 blue players with 3 red. Oh, there goes Dragons. He went for a hit, but he missed. What I said about knowing your geometry? There are different kinds of moves, though, that you can get in order to just reposition the ball. You'll notice some wall scoops. If the ball's right against the wall, a car will drive right up it just to knock it straight off, and that'll be a nice hit out. Hopefully a teammate's there to rebound and get it back in. There's another attempt. Once the ball is set up against the back of the goal, generally you'll see players try to come in from the front to knock it in while the defense is too busy bopping it around. This is what happens when you don't set up a defense. Disappointing play by the blue team. That's okay though, because we can see along the bottom they end up winning. No spoilers, of course. Looks like blue team once again gets a good hit, but sometimes the first hit isn't the best hit. Sometimes the right face is your own face. Thank you, Disguised Toast. That is the most important thing I've ever learned playing Hearthstone. Now, you can see that sometimes the cars have a very specific hit, like that. Matt Melly came in right on the front side and just bopped it. There you go, another front hit. Wow, that Dragons guy is just insane. You gotta see the difference between some of these purposeful hits, when someone's driving forward and they'll roll the car forward, or if they're driving forward and they roll it to the side, versus a kind of repositioning car block. Sometimes you'll, like what he was doing towards the back there. Oh, nice job. One of the blue players had managed to there you go, Midas Welby had successfully blocked one of the orange players from going towards defense, even though they didn't actually have any real play or effect. That just made it so that way it was a 2v2 against the goal. Boom. Ex-Mato Snooks. Sonex, whatever. Came in for a nice hit there. That's okay. Well, that Dragons guy really knows how to get that first hit. No, we're just giving a nice spotlight to some of our star players, of course. Now, we can see here that the blue team will enter a rough patch in the front. You got a nice hit in the front, but because Mate-O's son was sitting there, he managed to stop the forward hit, as opposed to what happened to the blue players earlier, and they just kind of let it run in. 3 cars moving up together because they have the offensive, but as soon as a blue player takes possession of the ball, one of the orange players knocks off. It's only 2. The other one goes back for a defense. That is a good synchronized play. Oh, and that's just disappointing. A bad hit off an angle, and that'll do it. Score 2-3 with only 1 minute, 45 seconds left. Truly an insane game. It's a rocket of different proportions. Now, this time, I think Dragons probably could have gone in on the forward aggression there, but he chose not to. That was probably a mistake by our star highlight player, of course. Star, he's the best. We got it bouncing up high and back. Looks like there's some misdirections going on with blue team. They can't seem to get their footing because they're in the cars. There's no footing in the cars. And they're just letting the ball roll by them. What's going on? Oh, it's okay. The orange team isn't going to capitalize. They can't do it. Oh my god. I'm getting old recording this. That was a nice hit. You could see that another player was getting ready to scoop it up, and so you swoop in and knock it out. We gotta give some props to those blue players. The orange guy is just outplaying them at every turn. He noticed that the angle was bad, and he knew that it was a bad call, so he chose not to go in. And that was a very intelligent decision. Keep the ball in their half of the court rather than go for a high-risk, low-reward play. Wow, look at that shot right over the defender. Oh, what was that? The lightning bolt. Did someone just quit? Unbelievable, they did. With only 20 seconds left, someone quit. Granted, the score is 4-2, so the game is probably over. And if you grant yourself, I'll be able to do a little better later, we'll be fine. But it might be a terrible mistake, because who knows? Maybe the team will come back. Blue team trying to get possession of the ball. Rex comes in. It's goal! The substitute scores! Wow, who saw that coming? Only 8 seconds left, though. There's no way blue team's going to be able to pull ahead. And I'm going to keep saying that because we can see the goals across the bottom. 1 second left, and our star player, Dragons5439, manages to score. Wow, who would have guessed it? That couldn't have been why I chose this game to be recording it. And there's the overtime call. You only get a half second. There it is. Dropping the ball around. They really don't want to let this one in. First goal scores. That is how overtime works. There is no second chances. See blue and orange bopping all the cars around, but no one has actually touched the ball in any serious way. Let's get towards blue, but because of the geometry, it is not going to make it. Oh my god, that is a dangerous position to be in for that blue player. It's going out. It's back at the half line. Orange trying to reposition. Get it back on their side of the field. Get back on the other side of the field. In comes Midas Wesley. It's up. It's in front of the goal. No orange players in front of it. It's Rex. It's a goal. Score! Ah! The crowd goes wild and the game freezes. Ah! Okay. Yeah, that's Rocket League. It's great.